garden talk. Today we're working on doing some morel mushrooms. However, I need a container. So we've got this bad boy right here that we're going to use. However, when you're doing mushrooms, they need to be vented. And a friend of mine that gave me some other plants gave me this tape, which is to let it breathe, to let the spores not out. Blah, blah, blah. To not let the spores out, but to let this box breathe so it won't get nasty. And what we want it to do is we're going to take this bad boy right here. That's a 1 1/8 inch. My neighbor Larry's driving by with his tractor. He didn't see me. There he is. That's Larry. He owns Larry's Excavating here in Tucson. So we're going to drill in this upper quadrant. I want it up high, but I'm putting it right below this little shelf thing here, if you can see that. So if there is some condensation, it'll stay up here for the most part and not really come down into this hole that I'm making in my container. So we're drilling. There we go. I made sure to get the size of of drill bit to be smaller than the tape by quite a bit. So when I put that on there, it's going to easily cover that hole when I tape it across there. And I thought, since I'm going to do it like this, I should offset it. So I'm going to put another one over here, but not directly across from that one. It's going to be on the opposite side, but going in the same direction to keep a flow of air as possible. And really, there we go, that was rough. Oh, that's because it came off. There we go. That's not supposed to do that kind of stuff. Well, that made that rough. So now I'm going to have to do some sanding. You guys get to see that, but look at this crazy star pattern it made. Hold on, let me clear out some of this stuff. And it came loose. Look at that. And you can see the gears versus the almost round one. So we'll sand this. We're going to put this tape on there and show you the rest of the process. I have some sandpaper now. I have an 80 grit, a rough one, down to a 150, and all the way down to a 320. So we're going to rough these first two. So we'll rough that. Get these big chunks off. Most of those are on the inside because we drilled from the outside in. A little corner action there. Big chunks off this one. Don't leave the chunks to the small stuff. That smaller grit won't do it. So yes, we're planting morels in this container. We just replanted some shiitakes in a different container. So that's going smashingly. Just keep coning these, cone it up. That'll make it kind of spin through like that. And maybe this work. Okay, I'll go from that inside to get these big chunks. I have washed this already once. We're going to wash it again. It's going to rip. It'll do all kinds of good stuff. Just got to keep at it. Get that smoothed off. Pull some of that with you. It's getting warm out here in Arizona. There we go. That'll work. One there, one opposite side. That's all sanded. I dried it off a little bit, and now we're going to put the tape on. I'm wondering if I should put the cocoa core in before I put the tape on, because it would possibly. I think I will. I just happen to have this exact amount of cocoa core ready for microgreens, but I don't make microgreens probably for another week, so we're going to just dump all of this right in here. Yes, I did not dry this off because I'm going to put moisture in here anyway, so I just wiped off where I'm going to put the tape. There we go. And that just happens to be the right amount. That's perfect. Awesome. There we go. Now we've got a new light on and the microphone that I kept leaving off the whole time before. We've got the cocoa core in there. Sorry, I keep shaking the table. Trying to line this up here. Now we are going to, this is just a tip in general. Take some rubbing alcohol, spray it on paper towel, and clean the surface of where you're going to tape. You want tape, anything in life to stick where you're going to put it, always clean with alcohol before you stick it on there. I'll show you why in just a second. If you can see, there's little debris all over that. And we're going to do this one as well. In this instance, always spray the paper towel. And it should be dry over here. We're going to take that tape and cut it with scissors. And Kat is going to give me a hand since she's right there. Trying to sneak by and give me the scissors right here and cut this. Perfect. And then we just stick it right over that. There we go. That end is sealed up. We're going to take this, give it one more cut. Thank you, Kat. Same size. Yep. There we go. And we're going to take this in. That folded a little bit. Make sure it's a good seal, so make sure it's as flat as possible. Now it's sealed up, and we're going to put some water in here. So we don't want it to get water everywhere. You want to put it in here, and you want it to get to room temperature, so we're going to put a little warmth to it. And I'm going to spray it because I don't want this splattering all over the place. Now we have our bag of morel spores. This is sawdust mixed. I'm going to take that, take little pinches, and you're going to put that about 1/4 of an inch in, and just leave them. Just little pinches. And cover them right over. I could probably, actually should, now that I think about it, I'm going to do that with some rock wool. Cover them, and then I'll see where I put them as well. Okay, we have about that much left. We used about half, maybe a little less than half. Put that in a dark bag. Keep that in the fridge. And up to 6 months. You'll be able to reuse these. Or not reuse these, but reuse those. Now we're going to put rock wool over all the spots. Here we go. Put some extra water. And it will go all the way up on the very top. You guys can see the shiitakes up there. They're looking good. Just got those going Monday. Now all we got to do is wait on those, and hopefully we'll have some morels. Thought I'd show you guys these cute horned lizards that are on our property. Thanks for growing with me.